In today's video, I'm going to be showing you some tips, tricks, and hidden features on the brand new Samsung Galaxy A16 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. Shout out to everybody who just got their new Samsung Galaxy A16. It just released in the United States last week. So I'm sure a lot of you are trying to figure out what you can do with this phone. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you some tips, tricks, and hidden features you guys may want to use on your new A16. Alright guys, so the first one is kind of like a customization thing. This thing is going to be called Color Palette. And to do this, you're going to want to hold on the home screen right here. And you're going to want to click on Wallpaper and Style. Now, once you've clicked on that, we're going to have Change Wallpapers and Color Palette. We're going to go ahead and click on Color Palette. And this is basically going to customize the color vibe of your entire home screen and multiple applications with this as well. So as you guys see, your drop down bar menu, your caller, and of course your calculator right there. And if you guys want to go ahead and customize the colors, you guys can go ahead and do so. We have a couple more rows of them right here. This is kind of like a more turquoise type of color right here. We have some more grayish stuff right here. We have some pink added in here right here as well. And of course we have greens and different stuff like that just to customize the feel and look of your phone. But what I usually do is I go to basic colors, get something that pops a little bit more. Let's say we go with pink and it shows all of these applications in pink right here, which is super cool. And we can go ahead and do these dual colors as well. We have lavender and blue. We have green and indigo that looks like, with orange and brown right here. But we're just gonna go ahead and stay with pink and apply. Once this is done loading, it's going to apply it. And as you guys can see, things like the drop down bar menu are going to turn pink. So depending on what your favorite color is or what you think looks best with the wallpaper that you have, this may be something that you guys want to do. Same thing in calculator and in the caller as well. Let's go ahead into the keypad right here. That's pink as well. So if you guys want to go ahead and customize the look and feel of some of your applications and drop down bar menu, go ahead and do that. All right guys, so our next tip is going to be for our battery protection. And if you guys don't know, if you leave your phone on the charger at night, it is going to deteriorate the battery eventually. It's not going to totally kill it, but over time this can deteriorate the battery. And we actually have something inside of settings called battery protection. We're going to go ahead and look that up right now. So just go ahead and type in battery protection. Once you typed in battery protection, it should pop up. Go ahead and click on it and turn this on. So it basically says keeping your battery at a full 100% charge for a long time can reduce its lifespan. So choose an option below to protect your battery and make it last longer. What I would recommend doing is go with the basic. You guys can choose adaptive and maximum, but I feel like overall basic will take care of what you need and it will protect your battery enough. But again, you guys can choose these other two. And with basic, it says when your battery is charged to 100%, charging will stop until the battery level drops down to 95%, and then charge will start again. So that's a really good one for people that leave their phone on the charger the entirety of the night. We also have adaptive right here. It says use maximum while you're sleeping and switch to basic before you wake up. Sleep time is estimated based on your phone usage patterns. So if you guys want to go ahead and set that up, you guys can go ahead and click this, and there's going to be some other things you guys need to fill in. Of course, we have maximum right here, so your battery will stop charging when it reaches 80%. So if you guys want the battery to deteriorate the least, you guys can go ahead and click on that. But of course, there are some caveats. You're not going to wake up with a fully charged battery. Our next tip is going to be in settings as well, and this is going to be a pretty basic one. So all you're going to go ahead and do is type in navigation bar. So go ahead and type that in and click on navigation bar. It's going to be under display if you guys just want to look for it. And as you guys can see, it's going to be at the bottom of this page, navigation bar. And basically, for the people who are just getting their Galaxy A16 phone, you guys may be new to Samsung, but we have two different ways to navigate through our phone. We of course have buttons, and this is basically going to be like the old school stuff. We have the back, we have home, and of course we have recents. However, there is another way to get through your phone, and that's called swipe gestures. And of course you guys can choose different options for this. You can choose gesture sensitivity, which is great to see right here. Of course, this is going to take you to your recents. Back is going to go like this with gestures, and just swipe up to go home. And honestly, I've become accustomed to the swipe gestures for my navigation bar, so I'm just gonna leave these on here. I do love the buttons, but again, it's your preference and you guys can go ahead and choose which one you like best. Next up, we have something called side button. And if you guys know already, you guys can actually double tap the power button twice and automatically that's going to open up your camera. That's the World Star mode on the Galaxy A16 5G and many other Samsung devices as well if you don't have this device. But with that side button, we can actually open up applications instead of opening up the camera. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and search up side button. So just type in side and it should pop up. As you guys can see, side button under advanced features. And by default, this is going to be set to quick launch your camera. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and do something different with that, go ahead and click on open app. And let's say we want to open up the calculator with a double tap right there. 1, 2. That is now going to open up your calculator. Or you guys want to open up a video game or something like that, you guys can go ahead and change it to whatever application you want. And of course, you don't have to open up anything if you don't want anything, and you can turn that completely off. Next up, we have something really cool for the people who would like to customize their experience on their Galaxy A16, and this is going to be called notification pop-up style. This is super awesome. Just go into the settings again and type in notification. So I typed in notify and it's already right here. So notification pop-up style is what you're going to want to click on. It's going to be under notifications. And of course, it's going to be right here again, notification pop-up style. Now, as you guys see, the top section right here gives you a couple options. We have brief, which gives you a brief notification of what your application is notifying you about. And of course, your detailed notification is going to show you the full text or what the notification is talking about in more detail. So you guys can choose from one of those. And of course, we have apps to show as brief. You guys can go ahead and customize it for each application. But the thing I want to show you the most is something called edge lighting. This is super cool. Now, the first thing is you're going to choose an effect. As you guys can see, the basic effect is going to be none right here. And it's going to pop up normal, just like when you get a text. We also have bubble right here. This is our first effect. So we have some little bubbles. We have hearts right here. We got some little hearts popping up. We have fireworks. We have eclipse. We have our echo, which actually comes from the sides of the screens. And we have our spotlight right here, which I think is one of the coolest ones. We're going to go ahead and click on the fireworks one just for this video though. And the thing is, once you've chosen your effect, we can actually change the color. So we're just going to go ahead and click on color. Say we want red, you guys can change it to red. So you guys want pink right here. You guys can go ahead and change that to pink. And we have a whole color wheel to choose exactly which color you want. You can even change it to black. So we're going to go ahead and go to something like turquoise right there. Leave that right there. And it's pretty cool. You guys can change the color and the effect when the notifications pop up. The other really cool thing though is you can change how transparent you want it. As you guys can see, a little bit more transparent. Or if you want low transparency, it's going to be a little bit brighter with the fireworks. The other thing we can do is have a longer duration of that notification. So if you're prone to missing notifications, you guys can actually change the duration from short to mid or to long. So the animation is going to go for a longer period of time so you're more aware of it. So all of those are really cool. It's not only useful for people that tend to miss notifications, but it's also useful to people who want something more personalized and custom and tailored to their experience with their Galaxy A16. Next up, we're going to be showing you a tip in the camera section. So we're just going to want to go ahead and click on the camera right here. Now, if you guys see, we have this little 12 in the top right corner, and that's going to be 12 megapixels. So when you're taking a photo, you're going to be shooting on the 12 megapixel camera that we have on here, but we can also tap that once more, and we actually have a 50 megapixel lens on this camera as well. And by default, I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen that unless they've tapped that, but once you open up this 50 megapixel lens, this is actually going to shoot a more detailed photo. So if you guys want to shoot a more detailed photo, all you have to do is tap from 12 megapixels to 50 megapixels. So that's going to give you a more detailed photo. This is going to work great for landscape photos when you're taking pictures of, you're maybe in a different country, you're taking a picture of a big building, a group of people, things like that that you want more detail on. So really cool that we have that right there. The one caveat to this is that we are going to end up with photos that aren't going to be that great in lower light. So if you guys are in lower light situations, I would definitely stick with the 12 megapixel shooter because that's going to produce a better picture overall for the low light situations. Next tip is going to be in the camera settings, and that's going to be on the top left corner right there. So go ahead and click on that. When you swipe down, there's actually going to be something called location tags. So it basically adds tags to your pictures and videos so you can see where they were taken exactly. So for that, we're going to go ahead and turn this on, and you guys can of course use your approximate or precise location, and you guys can choose while using the app, only this time, or don't allow. So while using the app, of course, if you guys are on vacation, if you guys are overseas, or if you guys are just going around downtown and maybe you're going to bars, you're going to restaurants, you're hanging out with friends or whatever, and you're like, I wonder where we were when we took that photo, and you don't remember the precise location or the approximate location, turn that on and you will never have that issue ever again. This is a very useful feature to people who travel and always forget those locations they want to go back to. So this is a very, very useful feature for you guys. Next up, we have something called dynamic lock screen. This is one of my favorite features on this phone. I've been using it on my tablet a lot, but what we're going to want to go ahead and do is go ahead and hold on the home screen right here. Then go ahead and click on wallpaper and style. Once we're on wallpaper and style, you're going to click change wallpapers. Then you're going to go ahead and scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, and we have something called wallpaper services. We have either Samsung Global Goals or dynamic lock screen, and of course we're going to click on that dynamic lock screen. Now of course we have a bunch of different categories. We have landscapes, plants, dogs, cats, animals, all that type of stuff. Depending on what you like the most, you can just go ahead and download these for free. So just go ahead and click on them. And the beautiful thing about these is it's going to give you new images every 2 weeks. And the great thing is there's going to be a ton of images already locked in here. So for example, we have cat selected right here. So when I close my lock screen and I open it up, a new cat is going to pop up every single time. So really, really cool stuff right here if you want to keep a refreshing wallpaper. Maybe you're into cats, maybe you're into dogs, maybe you're into art. Go ahead and click one of these and go ahead and set that up, and you'll be met with a refreshing wallpaper every single time. Our next tip is going to be in the camera section as well, and I forgot I was going to show you guys this one. You're just going to go into the settings once you're in the camera, and we are going to have save selfies as previewed. Now, you do not know how many times I've been asked this. So when you're taking a selfie photo, and you realize that when you look back at the photo that it's kind of flipped, it's like you're looking in a mirror. To save your selfie as you preview it in the lens, you're gonna wanna turn this on. So selfie photos and videos will appear as they are previewed without flipping them. So that's something that you guys are going to want to save if you guys are constant selfie takers. And last but not least, I'm going to be showing you how to hide applications on your Galaxy A16. You're going to go ahead and hold on the home screen. Going to go ahead and click on settings right here, and we are going to have something called hide apps on home and app screen. So go ahead and click on that, and you guys can hide any application you want. This kind of came to my mind because there was a little story that I read online where someone's child got access to their phone when they were playing video games, and they made in-app purchases on the Play Store because there was no sort of verification to go ahead and make purchases, and they purchased hundreds of dollars worth of in-game credits by getting into the Play Store right here. So this may be something you guys want to change when you let your kid use your phone, or just for any other reason. But we just go ahead and click calculator, may go ahead and hide the camera as well so no one uses that. Click done, and those are going to be hidden from your home screen and your app drawer. Alright guys, so those were some tips, tricks, and hidden features I wanted to show you on your brand new Samsung Galaxy A16. If you guys have any more, definitely share them down below with your neighbor. And if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been Safal from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.